Hello, I've arrived. Artist, archivist, artist, Ah, hold on. Forgot to uncover my webcam there. So yes, now here we go. Artist, archivist, future man, and tonight, itinerant chef. You can call me Tiberius Vanderfield. Hello, hello. So yes, tonight we continue the Arknights. Yes, we will be continuing the Arknights dungeon, Delicious in Dungeon crossover event. And yeah, that's about it. Yes. So, this week is now over, or rather it will be with the end of this stream. Next week, again, we should be seeing some more Arknights mostly. But yeah, there will be a change, or there could potentially be a change going forward for my Mondays. That might make it so that wouldn't be necessarily a great day for me to stream. But yeah, so I could still stream on those days, but it would have to be a bit later. But yes, so I might see about, I've been avoiding having Wednesday as a streaming day, but if I do end up with my Monday schedule changing, I might end up doing that anyway. I might end up switching from Monday to Wednesday. But yes, we shall see. Most likely it won't be this week one way or the other, but we'll see. Yes, so once again, we'll be continuing Arknights for the vast majority of the streams through next week. Next Thursday, I plan to be playing Atelier Yumia. Other than that, though, whatever other days that I stream, be they Monday or Wednesday, as well as Tuesday, Friday, and Saturday, are most likely going to be Arknights until such time as we clear the event. But yeah, so we've been making it through the stages at a rate of 1 stage per day, roughly, which isn't a terrible rate. We've had worse rates. We've had days where we've had a rate of 1 stage every 3 streams. Granted, only for a particularly difficult stream, or difficult stages, but yes, one way or the other though, I anticipate that this event will probably won't take too long. I have no doubt that we will get through the event before the end of the event, I suppose. But yes, so we should get through it before the end of the event, and it shouldn't be too onerous in any particular fashion. So, with that said, let us get into things. Here we are, got game audio. So yes, we should be good to begin. Kebab and Prophecy. Yes, I'll trek 20 kilometers barefoot through the snow if that's what it takes to get my hands on those kebabs. Alright. So yeah, so we're now at Elite 1, level 20 for the recommendations. So yeah, probably we're going to level up our units at some point during this, but we might wait until after... Well, I was going to say we might wait until after we get Senshi, but why wait? We'll see what the stage is like before I make any choices, but... we have an obvious few units that we would want to upgrade at the very least. Yes. Alright, here we are. Oh, I also forgot. Arknights. I must announce when we switch over to the game. Russell. A sudden noise interrupts Chilchuck from his dream. Ever since he arrived here, even the slightest noise would stir him awake. He fails to make sense of his dream and stands up, looking towards Lyos, who is keeping watch. Fortunately, the tall man who always loses his mind whenever talking about monsters is very reliable when facing a real one. He has already awakened Senshi and Marcial and has his weapon ready. But yes, looks like the game hanged there for a little bit again. Chilchuck will draw their attention while you scout them out. Got it. Yes, dog's a little bit worked up today because we did just had someone over, and the dog always gets very excited whenever basically anything happens. But Jill Chuck discovered the sound came from a pack of monsters they've seen before, and they had yet to notice them. He breathes a sigh of relief and returns to his companions with the news. Since arriving in this world called Terra, the adventure party has seen too many strange sights, though they often can't tell whether a creature is hostile or not. Having faced monsters before at least gives them some idea of how to fight. They exchange glances and make sure everyone is ready for combat. Alright, let's go. As he charges, Laios can't help but think of all the dangers they'll need to avoid in this unknown world. Whether with the help of that Rhodes Island or relying on themselves, they'll have to return home. It's finally over. I was having such a wonderful dream, too. What a waste. Considering how carelessly you spread out when you sleep, you must have wonderful dreams every day. You don't. Wait, I don't do that, do I? No, I was just making an educated guess. You know, we've been walking through this forest for a few days now. Are there really Sami tribes living here? The Sami locals like to live in odd locations, and most aren't exactly welcoming of outsiders, so it won't be easy to find them. True. I didn't think they'd live in such a remote place. Weren't you the one who wanted to look for a snow priest, Marcial? Are you giving up already? Well, I didn't know this place would be so scary. When we just arrived in Sami, it looked so pleasant. I heard all kinds of interesting stories, too. There was a small Basque astrology tent where they were telling fortunes. I mean, I did later find out she was a fraud controlling the crystal ball directly, but her story about the thousand-headed monster of Minoan myth was still fascinating. I wonder if we could actually find it in Minos. I've also heard tales of a powerful monster that gains the abilities of whatever it eats. What an amazing ability. Of course, that's the part that gets your blood racing. Let's see if we can actually find a snow priest before my legs completely give up on me. If you're going to live as an adventurer, you must learn to adapt to your environment, Marcial. Well, don't worry about me adapting to this environment because I'm never coming back here. Ever. Thinking like that will only hinder your growth. I'd much rather trek through a place like this than stroll down a paved street. Look, I'm not saying we should give up on the snow priest. But the fortune teller said we'd find them in the Mirkwood, and what have we found? Nothing. It's dark, damp, there's just as many monsters as there are trees, and our supplies are nearly gone, which means you'll probably try to eat the monsters again. What did you think, Laios? The ones we've run into so far don't look all that different from the ones we've seen before. Thought we'd get to see some rarer monsters in here. Forests don't give up their secrets that easily. We just haven't discovered them yet. Speaking of eating monsters, looks like the two of them are already carving one up. Isn't it great, Marcial? You're in for another treat. No way, absolutely not. No, 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 no. Another one? What? Looks like I got here too late. And you are? Laios, you got blood on your face, and don't greet people while holding that monster meat in your hand. Oh, it's fine. I've seen much worse, trust me. You can call me Oatcup. I'm an apprentice shaman. A flock of foul beasts told me your location, so I hurried over. Though I'm sure you could have handled yourselves fine, even without me. Oh, please, don't worry, I come with no ill intent. Seeing how well you're doing, I won't bother you any longer. Oh, wait, did you just call yourself an apprentice shaman? I did? We entered this forest hoping to find a Sami snow priest to divine a way home for us, or at least to help us find Rhodes Island. A way home? Yeah, for whatever reason, we don't even know how to do that. As for Rhodes Island, a while back somebody told us to look for them for help, but we haven't been able to find them. There are many in the south who are eager to guide others. Oh, we've met one of those Basque astrology. Thanks to them, outsiders often come to the same misconception you have. We rarely predict the futures or wishes of others. We look into the future to ensure our own survival. We only request Sami villains' guidance when absolutely necessary. We pray for Sami to warn us of any dangers ahead so we can prepare for them, but beyond that, we live by the laws of nature. Laws of nature? No different from how you've been living. Hunt or be hunted, live and eat, or die and be eaten. I knew I liked this place. I have a question. Go ahead. Does your Sammy show up in dreams? I haven't encountered it myself, but it's not entirely impossible to receive a revelation that way. After all, who can say if our dreams are true or false? Did you have a dream about the future? Nope. Alright, Mr. Mysterious. So you won't be taking us to a snow priest? It's not that I'm unwilling to, but I find it quite troublesome. Though if you really do approach another tribe's shaman, they might just chase you off. What would take the least time and effort? Huh? Did the tree behind us just drop 2 pieces of bark? There are strange runes on them too. I can't read, of course. Oh, can I take a look? Here. Sure enough, Sami has sent you a guide. Thank you, Sami. You sure have saved me a lot of trouble. What are these pieces of bark? Those are full dartles. They represent Sami's will itself. Shamans have many ways of glimpsing into the future, but sometimes Sami will also proactively cast us a glance, just like this. Sounds a bit too convenient to me. I think so too, sometimes. But, on the other hand, wouldn't you have been even more frustrated if you couldn't find anyone to read these dartles for you? Why are you so casual about all this? Aren't you an apprentice shaman? Do you people not take your work seriously? I asked my teacher once, and he answered by drinking wine out of my horns for the next 2 days. Never dared to ask again. So, can you tell us what's on them? Of course. The first one, north. You mean we should head north? You're already northward bound, but Sami still says north. Perhaps it wants you to go even farther north. Even further? What's up there, Chilchuck? Map says that once you leave the Mirkwood, you'll be in the center of Sami's forest. Further north of that are those huge snow-covered mountains and the endless ice fields. Don't tell me Sami wants us to go to the ice fields. Sami Valen often only casts a vague image. But, if you were to ask me, I'd say so, yes. Huh? The endless ice fields? I asked around about them, and that's not the kind of place you return from. But you just said earlier that you don't know how to get home. An undiscovered path hidden in a place from which none have returned. Perfect, no? As for the other piece... Hermit. Interesting. And what does that mean? It can mean many things, but if you're talking about a hermit in the north, then there's really only one thing it could be referring to. The Cyclopes. The what? You know of the Cyclopes? I heard about them when I was gathering information. What kind of monster is that? No, they're a special kind of Sarkaz. They use a completely different way to tell the future than we Sami do. And they just happen to live in seclusion, deep within the mountains to the north. Put the 2 full dartles together, and I think this is what Sami is trying to tell you. Go northward to ask the Cyclopes for help. They will assist you in finding your way home. Or so I believe. I think I'm willing to give it a shot. What about you guys? If there's a chance, we might as well take it. If it really works out, I suppose I'll go along. Chilchuck? 3 of you already agreed to go, so is there any point in asking me? Of course there is. You're a member of our party too. I'll be honest then. I'm against it. Do you not trust Oak Cup? That's not it. I can tell he's not lying. Then why not? Prophecies, divination. You guys are way too willing to believe that stuff. What if someone planned this all out? Dropped 2 pieces of bark here and is trying to cheat us. Again. But he has a point, but I still think there's no harm in heading north a bit further. If we run into another shaman, we can just have to ask them to read the bark and we'll know if Oak Cup was telling the truth or not. We've been here for a while now, so I wouldn't want to miss even a chance of finding a way home. Fine. Speaking of going north, though, why do I feel like we've been wandering around in circles this whole time? Haven't we already walked past here before? I made some markers. I'm sure we've been making progress. What's wrong, Chilchuck? And she's right. The terrain here is making me feel uneasy. Like the land itself has been shifting the whole time. You mean, like the dungeon? Yeah, something like that. But while the dungeon is always changing on the inside, this place is... The entire forest seems to be changing. Look, there's a cliff up ahead. I'll go scout the terrain. That sounds like trouble. What was that? The 4 look towards the source of the sound and see a monster resembling a bull. Of course, they know by now to call it a horned beast. A creature showing up in the forest should be a common sight, but this horned beast has still drawn their attention for one reason. On his face is a black... No, is a blank, an endless void. The first thing that comes to mind is the galaxy of stars one can see in the night sky. A cow with a void as its face. They find this reality hard to believe. What's even more shocking is that it is what lies dead center in the blank space. A circle. An uncannily perfect circle. A circle with somehow even darker than the void surrounding it. Darker than the night, deeper than the void. But how can this dark circle seem to emit light? Because it isn't. The circle is really a hole that sucks in all the light near it, to the point that it seems to be glowing. Darker than the night, brighter than the light. Well, this is a strange monster. The void on its face doesn't seem to be part of its usual biology. Fascinating. I really want to study it. Corrupted horned beast. Owls. Sounds like it's angry. There are wounds on its body, from weapons. Someone's riled it up and now it thinks we're the enemy. Eat my axe. Pained howl. Hey! He's finally here. Nice. Okay. Wow, does that girl have a ton of weapons. The cliff's collapsing. Chilchuck! Laios immediately sprints towards Chilchuck on the cliff, but is one step too late. Chilchuck tries to jump backwards to catch the outstretched hand, but Laios fails to grab him and can only watch as the half-foot falls off the cliff. Uh-oh. Alright, so now we're in completely uncharted territory for me. Both in terms of the level and in terms of the lore.
It's time. We should be departing any
Corrupted
moment
Soldier.
now.
Attacks berry/fruit slugs and causes them to collapse. Gains bonus movement speed when exposed to the slug's gleam. Interesting. Well, we've got our folks. We know it. Yes. So I don't, again, really know what to make of these fellows, but they're certainly something. Oops.
Good scenery here, Doctor.
It looks like we are going to need a little bit more coverage if we want to. Well, could we place a Noctiel like so? That seems to be fine. We're not having any tremendous number of slugs coming at us. I don't know if I want to use Myrtle's skill immediately, but we'll give it a shot. If we need to, we can always... Yeah, and we will need to, it looks like. I feel like we want to have a medic sooner rather than later. Oh. Didn't see the... Hold on. Yeah, I thought I heard something, but I think we're good.
To treat you here. I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what is the deal with all these enemies. I didn't see the instructions on the golem.
Get a hold of
Yes, we will want this other tile blocked.
Commence tracking.
We might... Let's see. Yeah, we're not ready to cook yet, and I don't think we're going to be ready to cook anytime in the immediate future.
There you are.
Alright, I think we're going to want Marseille, and I think we're going to want the retreat at Knockout. I was hoping that we could avoid having to do that, but it seems inevitable. Alright. Yeah, so I'm thinking that the golem gets aggressive. Below half health, perhaps? Let's see. Could we get some more coverage like so? Because we need to start cooking now. Okay, here we go.
I'll face it together with all of you.
Alright. Alright, so we've got a meal, so we've got hope. Alright. We could probably stand to remove Myrtle.
Your orders? Filthy scum.
Yes, I feel like we should probably also swap out Chilchuck. Quartz might not be the best option for this, but we will use what we have available. Yes, the cook pot is still quite ready, so we don't need to worry about that. Oh, interesting. Blooming berry. And added to a pot, add 150 ingredients to the pot. After serving, all allied operators automatically activate their skill. Oh, interesting. Redeploy them to... yeah. After skill ends, redeploy them to random positions. Interesting. So yeah, so this will redeploy everybody, which I don't think we want to do, necessarily. But yes, we could use it on specific units.
What's up?
I don't know that we have anyone who would tremendously benefit from that.
Hang in there. It's safe here.
But I can tell you that Quartz would benefit from... oh dear. Oh dear. Okay, so the golems... what on earth? Huh.
Got a way to treat you here.
They don't seem terribly aggressive, which is nice. They do seem to be about to destroy Quartz, though. Oh, unless... Well, I mean, if they're just gonna stand there...
Orders?
I've got a way to treat
we'll
you here.
swap Lyos... oh, okay, now it went through. Well, okay. Fair enough. I'll take what I can get. Yes, again, we do want to be somewhat mindful of the order. Or not order, of the rate at which we go through these. Yeah. You're awake. Who are you? Call me Argus. I foresaw an accident in the forest today, so I decided to patrol the area, where I found you unconscious in the snow. Have you seen my companions? I'm sorry. I should go look for them. They're quite injured. You should rest here first. You don't seem to be Samifjord. My friends and I were looking for a way home, and a guy called Oak Cup told us Tommy's will was guiding us to go north. Oak Cup. The Oak Child. You know him? I've heard that in Sami the name is synonymous with wisdom. Wisdom. Then do you know the Cyclopes? What's wrong? I have witnessed many ensnared by misfortune. Death itself is no stranger to me. Yet, why do I see so many deaths in you? Well, I have an idea of why that would be. No sign of chill shock? Yeah. We should at least be glad for the thick snow and trees here. He should have handled that fall easily. But if he gets attacked by monsters, he won't stand a chance. We should still find him as fast as we can. It'll be terrible if he ran into that horn beast from earlier. Aye, but we have another problem. Sorry. It's not your fault. But what are you doing all by yourself in this forest, miss? I'm hunting. Do you live here, lass? Nope, I live on Rhodes Island. Rhodes Island? That's the place we've been looking for. Huh? You want to go to Rhodes Island? Yeah, we're trying to find our way home, and someone told us we could get help there. You lost your way home? Oh, sad. Are you from Rhodes Island? Can you take us there? But I don't want to go back yet. Why not? Because I'm still hungry. Is that all? Then if we feed you till you're satisfied, will you take us there? Sure. Didn't expect to find a lead like this. Could this be what Sami was guiding us towards all along? But I just lost track of the prey I had my eye on. We have our own food. Guess we lost it all in the chaos earlier. How about this? First, you help us find our companion, then we'll help you hunt whatever you want. And finally, you take us to Rhodes Island. Okay. What an innocent lass. What's your name? I'm Keobe, but you can call me Kay. You saw death in me? Yes. Many deaths, in fact, both in the past and in the future. Yet here you stand now, alive. That old cup guy said Cyclopes can see the future. Are you one of them? Yes. Then please, tell me my fate. Cyclopes can only see doom. That's fine, just tell me the fates of me and my companions. Your companions walk towards the endless ice fields. No, they do not go their own will. They were swallowed up by the dark and the void. And what's that mean? They were corrupted by demons. Demons? Nobody mentioned any demons! Demons are a vagrant existence on this land. They corrode and envelop all that they touch. Corrupted creatures lose all sense of self, as if swallowed into the void. On its face is a black? No. It is a blank, an endless void. The first thing that comes to mind is the galaxy of stars one can see in the night sky. A cow with a void as its face. They find this reality hard to believe. What's even more shocking is what lies dead center in the black space. A circle. An uncannily perfect circle. A circle somehow darker than the void surrounding it. Darker than the night, deeper than the void. But how can this dark circle seem to emit light? Because it isn't. The circle is really a hole that sucks in all the light near it, to the point that it seems to be glowing. Darker than the night, brighter than the light. Creatures have a circle in their faces, just like a single eye on a head. Have you already seen a corrupted creature? Vilchak ponders for a moment before pressing his hand on his injured arm and exiting the cave. Can a doom you see be avoided? All I can say is that I try. And so will I. So, you're saying Rhodes Island is a giant ship? Yeah, it's huge, and it goes everywhere. Oh, so that's why we never found it. What's wrong? Smells like blood. I praise blood. The one-eyed monster is nearby. What a keen sense of smell. So I get the feeling that whatever they're hunting is not something that they want to be eating. Kay, did you just say one-eyed monster? Yeah, a horned beast with only one eye on its face, so it's a one-eyed monster, right? You guys still remember what Oak Cup said? About the Cyclopes? Maybe that was just a suggestion, not a certain answer. Maybe Sami didn't mean for us to find an actual Cyclops. Maybe it just predicted we would find Kay and knew we would encounter a horned beast like that. Either way, since we've run into it again, we'll just have to deal with it. Is it dead? This should put our mind at ease about Chilchuck, at least a little. Now, let's go find him. I've got a suggestion. What if we started a fire here instead of running around aimlessly? It might attract some wild beasts, but Chilchuck could spot us too. But... Either way, we can't really do much on an empty stomach. You're right. Even if he doesn't see it, we should feed ourselves first if we want the energy to keep searching afterward. So, what do we do with this one-eyed horned beast? Let's eat it, together! Hi, sounds good. But... I've heard of traditions where people kill and eat an animal as a sacrifice to the gods, hoping for divine revelation. My guess is that the will of Sami was hoping for us to do something similar. Then... Don't even try to pretend, Laios, you were planning to eat it from the start. Let's start a fire first. Hopefully, Chilchuck will see it. Not so sure about this one. Sami-style bay leaf ash roast horned beast and Sami-style exercising horned beast kebabs. It's done. I'm being serious here. The meat looks bizarre. Already tasted it. Doesn't seem too different from regular meat. Fine, I guess. We've already eaten stranger things than this. Wow, it's actually pretty good. What are you doing over there, Kay? Looking to see if there's an even bigger one. Guess not. No sign of that Durin who fell earlier either. Come join us for a meal first. We'll go look for him together afterward. Okay, coming. Hey! Whoa, you're that Durin. And you're that girl who popped out of nowhere. Sorry I made you fall. It's fine. You guys alright? We're all good. Great. I knew that doom was avoidable. They're making steaks and skewers over there. Said they'll keep looking for you after eating. Let's go together. I bet they'll be so happy to see you. Of course they're eating even at a time like this. What was I worried about? Wait, steak? What kind of steak? The one-eyed monster kind. One-eyed monster? You guys, they can't have. Oh, look, here they come. Perfect timing. I'm going to give them a piece of my mind. Hey, you guys can't just... Chilchuck turns around and is about to begin scolding his friends for leaving him behind for a barbecue. But his words clog up in his throat. Less than ideal. Time to go home, guys. We have stayed too long in this world. Can't let Fallen wait any longer. Yes. It is time to harvest the crops on the golems. I still have red dragon meat to cook. Their faces, now blanketed by the void, are no longer the familiar visages he once knew. Their voices start to break and distort, until Chilchuck isn't sure how they're speaking. You guys ate that corrupted horn beast! Chilchuck, what are you still doing here? Let's go. Where are you guys going? North. The northern end door. Go home. Go home. There's a door in the north we can use to go home? Sami's guidance. How can you guys know all this? We come from that. We return to that. Red dragon. Chilchuck feels the mess of emotions welling up. Panic and resignation wash over him. Doom feels inevitable. His own party members are now in dire straits and he is powerless to help them. But he also feels a little angry, because the reason for their distress is entirely their own fault. Chilchuck is sure that he only blinked once, but the trio suddenly appear near him. The next second, they are by his side. From his perspective, they seem to have moved in a flash, as if the holes in their faces swallowed up the space between them. Soon, they disappear into the depths of the forest. Chilchuck stands still for a moment before breaking into a deep sigh. He hears the Cyclops approaching behind him and sees the puzzled look on the girl's face. He does not wait or hesitate, but begins sprinting towards where his companions vanished. He is too embarrassed to explain what happened here to the Cyclops and her sorrowful gaze. They are his companions, after all. Of course, he can't just watch them disappear for good like that. Guys, could you just slow down? An angry roar echoes in the skies above the Mirkwood, lingering for a long time. Wait for me! I want to join you guys too! We will, but unless we need to get a 3-star to get Senshi, I don't think we're going to worry about that right now. So, let's see. Oops. Not what we need. This is what... Nope, this is also not what we need. Senshi's Dungeon Diner. That's what we need. Okay. So yes. So, we have cleared DT4. So that means we now have a veteran cook.
各種揃った調理道具に清潔で十分な火力を持つかまど、食材の備蓄も文句なし。どうやらお前たちも料理のことをきちんと考えているようだな。わしはこの場所が気に入ったぞ。
Alright, very good. So yeah, so we've got a good amount of daily recipes as well. So let's see how many extra senshis we can... Whoops, wrong area. How many extra senshis we can purchase. Yeah, Senshi's token. A bottle of seasoning Senshi carries around with him, containing a unique flavor from that distant dungeon. Yes, we can get probably... I don't think we can get all of them, but we can get... Whoops, one more. Very good. Alright. Onward and upward. Yes, this is going to be interesting. Yes, looks like we're moving into Yan now. And, since we now have the whole party together, let's reselect our team here. 1 second. Alright, so, Laios, of course, Marcial, Chilchuck, and now Senshi. And before we choose Senshi, we're going to take a look, or well, after we choose Senshi, yes, we're going to take a look at what Senshi can do. Yes, so, yes, Senshi. So, he is a healing defender, looks like. About what I expected. I'd heard him be compared to Gummy before. But yes, healing defender, guardian. But yes, can heal allies by using skills. His first skill, a meal for one, begins cooking and stops attacking for 3 seconds. After cooking is complete, restores HP equal to 190% attack, one allied unit within range, and granted one of the following buffs at random. Yes, lasts for 6 seconds. Pretty decent buffs. Yeah, not as consistent healing as you would get out of Gummy, but really no Guardian gives as much consistent healing as Gummy. But yes, now that we've got the whole crew together, I think we're going to start promoting them. And of course, like I was saying, we're also going to put Kebab back on the team. Yes, Kebab.
I'm all ears, Doctor.
Alright. So, we've got the bulk of our lineup here. Laios. So yes, we're going to level everyone up and then promote them. Yeah, so, Dungeon Monster Expert. After defeating an enemy, Laios ignores 20% defense with every attack against enemies with the same name. Oh, that's really cool. Very interesting. And Intimidation Tactics. Stops attacking. Enemies blocked during skill are frightened. Once skill ends, immediately deals 320% attack as physical damage to blocked enemies. Yes, they cannot perform attacks while they are blocked if they are frightened. Yes, it doesn't give a duration on the frightened, so I'm assuming that that means it just affects them while they are being blocked, or rather, while the skill is active. This is very Laios. Yes, I've really enjoyed this event quite a lot. It's very, very, very full of character, very in character. But yeah, very well written, I think. But yes, I feel like, I was vaguely familiar insofar as I have played once or twice Rainbow Six Siege. So I wasn't like totally unaware of the Rainbow Six Siege operators. But yes, and I play Monster Hunter, but the Monster Hunter character, the Terra Research Commission, was of course a, original character, basically. Monster Hunter typically isn't a super character-driven story at any rate. Yeah, or rather, it is driven by characters, but those characters are usually monsters, and they usually can't talk. So, yes, the one, true Monster Hunter character, other than the Rathalos, I suppose, was the Terra Research Commission. And, they feel very appropriate for characters from Monster Hunter, but again, they aren't specific characters that already existed. But yes, Laios, Marcial, and then we promote.
つまり前より権限が上がったから上級アーツの理論書も読めるようになったってことだよね。ありがとう。
Very nice. So, now we have another skill and another... Oh no, we don't have the new talent just yet. I'm kind of curious to see what that is, but it seems unlikely that we're going to promote anyone to Elite 2 during this, because I haven't done it before. But I guess I could make an exception. Summon Familiar. After chanting for 11 seconds. That's kind of steep, especially because she's fairly costly. Consumes 35 mana to create a Familiar to attack. Attack plus 55%. Attack slow all targets for 0.5 seconds. Skill can be activated again to upgrade the Familiar. Attack range plus 1. Attack speed plus 35%. Attack stun the main target for 0.5 seconds. Unlimited duration, skill can be manually deactivated during first activation. Okay, interesting. So, I don't know exactly how the familiar is going to work, but I'm curious to see how it would. We would definitely need to generate DP pretty quickly in order to get Marcial on the field and ready to summon the familiar. I guess, you know, stages aren't that short that it would be a huge deal to get the familiar summoned. But still. Skill check. Kind of skipping over their level up dialogue, but we've heard it before. And again, I imagine most of the people in my primary demographic probably can't hear or can't understand it anyway. Very chill chuck. Alright, so yes. Now we've got improvisation. Gain 35% physical dodge, attack speed plus 42, and obtain 1 DP with every attack. So yeah, so this reminds me a little bit of Antibile. I think we brought this up before. I think I looked into Chill Chuck's skills. Was I on screen on stream when I did that? I don't remember now. Anyway, so he'll gain dodge, he will gain DP with each attack. This makes it so he won't have so much DP right away, but it will make him a little bit better for attacking. Yes, keen senses. I think... Do we already have that? I think we already had that. Yes, chill check. And now, finally, the one and only Senshi. We'll hear out his dialogue.
秘蔵の調味料をどこかでなくしたと思っていたが、この時か。
That's it. And now we shall promote him. Oh, got a medal for it too.
魔法にせよアーツにせよ、料理に用いて手間を省こうとばかりしていれば、いずれ人々は火の起こし方を忘れてしまうことだ。火打ち石と薪の使い方こそ身につけるべきスキルだ。
Alright, and now we've got another skill. I guess we haven't seen any of it, or, well, we did look at a meal for one briefly. Yes, monster meals for many. Begins cooking and stops attacking for 10 seconds. During cooking, all allied units within range recover HP equal to 26% of Senshi's attack every second. Afterwards, heal all allied units within a certain range once for 110% attack and restore 6 mana. So this is specifically designed to work with Marcial, I suppose. Yes, whoop. I don't necessarily want that as the default. I was meant to go down to upgrade. And I suppose now that they're promoted, I can upgrade their skills further, but we're not going to worry about that immediately. And yes, for his talents, or his traits. So yes. Do we... Okay, yeah, we already have that unlocked. So he has plus 5% defense and plus 5% healing effectiveness. Alright. Yes, so Senshi isn't going to be sort of the reliable source of healing that Gummy would be. Yeah, he'll be able to buff, though, and he gives pretty substantial heals when he does heal. And now, and since we've got the token, we might as well improve his potential somewhat. Alright. So yes, so beyond that, we have our main setup here. So we need to select who we're going to have to support. So, let's see. So we've got Marcial, and I think now that Marcial is promoted, she should have a lot more, yeah, not a lot more attack range, but she should have more attack range than she does. Yes, Laios. Laios is very good at dealing pretty consistent damage. With Dungeon Monster Expert, we can probably just sort of set him in a line and just kind of let him go to town with Cowardly Kensuke. Yes, intimidation tactics could also be useful if we're facing something that's really dangerous. Like Cowardly Kensuke is sort of actively anti-boss, but I feel like Intimidation Tactic would be good for use against bosses. Anything that is particularly strong. Because yes, it allows us to stop a creature just in its tracks, as long as it is blocked, of course. Yeah, it allows us to stop a creature in its tracks for 10 seconds, during which it cannot attack normally. So that's pretty good, to be honest. But yes. So, it's not necessarily good if all we want for Laios is to hold the line and get rid of ads, but that would be good for dealing with bosses, like I said. But yeah, so I think getting rid of weaker enemies, perhaps weaker enemies with some defense, but weaker enemies nonetheless, feels like it's sort of the thing that Laios is kind of built for. We're going to mark Laios as well. Going to mark the whole crew so they're easy to get to. Yes. So yeah, so Chilchuck again, he has his role as an immediate DP provider with lockpicks. We can get a little bit more DPS out of him and a little bit more survival out of him with improvisation. Yeah, Senshi will heal intermittently, but healing isn't exactly the most important thing for him. Monster meals for many would be good if we are expecting dangerous situations. Yeah, I wonder if the 8 mana, it does specifically say mana, so I'm assuming it specifically works on Marseille. But from what I've heard, Marseille's mana is, I think I mentioned this last time, but her mana is essentially programmed to work the same way as skill points, with the exception being that normally characters restore skill points when they're on the field, whereas Marseille recovers them when she is off the field. So yeah, so effects that give skill points to other operators, for instance, do work on Marseille and restore her mana. So if you were to place her near, say, Liskarm, and Liskarm were to get attacked, Marseille would get mana back. And I think if you were to deploy her with, say, Colopsis, he would also gain mana over time, which is a pretty big reason to use, Colopsis, honestly. Yeah, honestly, I think we might want to go with Colopsis for one of our healers, at least as sort of the standard. Oops.
New data used to assemble package build.
But yes, I don't necessarily, again, want to use Colopsis too much for reasons I've discussed before. I don't dislike her. I quite like her, in fact. The problem is that I like her too much, and I want to branch out and not use her every time. But in this particular situation, I do want to make the best use of our character's skills, because I want to showcase them as best as I can. And I want to see if Colopsis' skill aura will improve Marseille's mana. So yeah, so beyond that, I don't think our medic choice matters too much. Honeyberry provides us with a lot of flexibility, but not a lot of healing inherently. But given the situation that we're in, where we always have access to the cookpot, not necessarily always, but where we have access to the cookpot, which will heal us over time, we're going to have Senshi on our team and all that, unless we encounter something thoroughly terrifying that I don't want. I don't anticipate a lot of things will make me willing to split up the band, but if we have to, we have to. You know, I am willing to swallow my pride on this. Yes. So, Senshi. Senshi can do some healing. He can't do as much healing with a meal for one. Yeah, because it only... I guess, actually, it doesn't have a very long rule, or it doesn't have a very long interval on it. Because, yeah, it only takes 8 seconds. Yeah, 8 seconds to get a meal for one back up, and that's going to be reduced even with Colopsis' skill aura. So yeah, so I was kind of expecting a meal for one to have a longer time between uses. It doesn't have quite as many uses as provisions, but for just 2 more seconds, it does provide twice as much percentage of attack, but of course Senshi's attack is not quite the same as Gummy's. Senshi's stats are a little bit lower than Gummy's overall. Quite a bit lower than Gummy's overall, actually. But Senshi... Yeah, Senshi, again, will buff allies around him. What is the range on it? I would assume it's just anyone who is adjacent to him. That's the case for Gummy, so again, I'm assuming it's the case for Senshi. I think it's the case for other Guardians who have healing skills, but yeah, Senshi will still heal more per use of his skill. Will still heal more per use of his skill. So again, yeah, the healing per second is reduced, though, by the fact that it's, yeah, again, it takes longer to charge up, and it takes longer to activate. It takes 3 seconds for him to channel, so to speak. So yes, very interesting. So yes, so for the rest of our team, I don't have a whole lot of thoughts in mind. Yeah, we've already got Kebab. I don't think there's anything we really need to say about Kebab. We've seen her quite a lot recently. She's just a very solid caster, basically. She's just really good. Kebab just kills things. Especially high defense things, but really she just kills things. Yeah, I think we're probably going to want some snipers just as a basic thing. Yeah, something to allow us to take out slugs quickly would be good. I don't know. I think Cruise would probably be better for that. Yeah, she has the same cost, but she has better DPS. And with double tap, she can attack twice, which could potentially take out a slug in one hit, I think. Plus, if we get targeting primary up.
Where's the rally point?
So yes, beyond that, we are going to want more ground units. We've been playing with quartz quite a bit. I've been enjoying quartz. I don't know that I want to switch off of quartz, but I do want to give other units some chance to shine. Let's see. Who else do we want to go with? Again, I've historically undervalued guards quite a lot, so I don't have a lot of guards raised up. I have a non-negligible amount, I suppose, but... Let's go with... the type of guard that I don't use. Actually, do I... Hold on, what kind of guard are you? Okay. Oh yeah, okay. You know what, let's go with Siderica. Yeah, she is an arts guard, like we've seen from Aesthesia, that's her name. But Siderica has a self-heal. Yes. I think she's a little bit more, focused on healing. Well, anyone who can heal at all is more focused on healing than Aesthesia, who does not heal at all. But so yeah, Restorative Surge gives her some strength and some self-sustain, which could be good. Could be good, again, since we're in a position where, the cookpot mechanic is such that once it's active, or once it has cooked, then we will have it active, and we'll be healing and have an attack buff and things like that, just sort of continually. But, on the other hand, until such time as it activates, we're going to be losing HP over time. So having units who can heal themselves is pretty valuable, I think. Anyway, I don't plan to promote Siderica right away, but like I said, we are going to put her on the team. But yes, as for another Vanguard, honestly, I don't know that Myrtle is the choice for us right now. We could use Healing Wings, which would allow us to generate DP and heal at the same time, which could be okay, but I'm not that convinced, honestly. But yeah, I think that we want a Vanguard with a little bit more power behind them, because we could get more power out of Chilchak by using his other skill, but that's going to prevent us from getting as much DP as early. Then again, Myrtle does produce a lot of DP herself, so... Honestly... I think we're not going to use Healing Wings, because I do want more DP faster. But I think we're going to use Chill Chuck's other skill. Yes, we could probably use another guard, I think. Probably someone a little bit on the tougher side, maybe? Or potentially. Again, we could focus on getting guards who have some healing capacity. Utage heals with each attack, and she's also able to heal with space out. So that could be useful. Then... what else would we want to choose? I feel like... I don't know. I feel like I want to go with a D-Cell binder. Don't ask me why, because I don't know, but I feel like I do. I don't know, maybe it's just been too long since I used one, but... Yeah, I suppose Earth Spirit's as good as any. Yes. So, with this, we've got a pretty decent spread. Of course, I don't know what to expect from this next mission, so we'll probably have to adjust, but we should be adjusting anyway. Yes, I do know a little bit about some of the things we've seen. Yes, I've got a notion of what we might be facing based on the preview image. Because this, I saw a reference to an event that I actually have done, at least in part, previously. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. There's the bell. Let's go. Marcial, on your left. Up. Laios, front, right. Up. Ha! Senshi, behind you, left, forward. Ooh. Ah. Front, back, front, right, left, right. Yeah. Front, back, left, front, right, left, back. Hiya! Bill Chuck's out here inputting fighting game commands. That's all the ink spirits over here handled. Much appreciated. Oh, don't mention it. We're happy to help with any of your troubles, considering the village agreed to. Oh. Uh-oh. We've got a bot. Be gone. Oh, don't mention it. We're happy to help with any of your troubles, considering the village agreed to take us in for a bit. I'll be off then. Promise to help plant some veggies out in the fields. Senshi sure has gotten friendly with the locals. Is it not the same for you, Chilchuck? Uncle Zhang told me to invite you over for a drink with him after you finish with the ink spirits. You should just admit he can't outdrink me and stop keeping challenging me again and again. May I come over for some tea today, Don? Certainly. I'm available if you are. It's your turn to tell tales of your adventures, and I am quite looking forward to them. Though, I do recall that when you first arrived, you mentioned that you had to save Laios' sister. Are you sure you're alright with staying here? It's true that our goal is to save Fallen, but it's not like rushing will help us find a way to leave faster. So definitely things are a little bit up here, because Marcial was definitely the one who was the most inclined to rush. And I have to admit, life is good here. We'll talk it over when the time comes, right, Laios? I'm sorry, what did you say? Can't believe you weren't listening to me again. I can. Your passion for ink spirits is well known across the village by now, Laios. I mean, these ink spirit slimes are just so interesting. They have fixed forms with distinct heads, bodies, and limbs. Instead of enveloping their prey's heads, they attack like other beasts. They even vocalize. But the strangest part is how, unlike other monsters, they don't leave behind any kind of corpse, just some black water. I told the villagers all about their weaknesses yesterday, but they didn't seem very excited. That's because you're the only person who cares about that sort of stuff. Huh? Is that so? But even Chilchucks learn to exploit those weaknesses. The villagers can't seem to grasp them at all. Every time I see them facing ink spirits, it's like they have no idea what they're doing. Starting to suspect they can even understand us. It's odd. Senshi said they're not like slimes at all. Slimes have distinct organs, after all. Alright, I get it. Did some of them slip through? Looked a bit familiar. It's got a mole on its face. Where have I seen that before? I'm pretty sure I killed that exact same one a few days ago. Why has it shown up again? What's going on here? Wait, could it have come back from the dead? I'm going to go get a better look. Remember to be back for dinner. And he's not listening as usual. Sorry, he's like that. Oh, it's fine. Anyway, do you still remember how long it's been since you arrived at Poishan Village? Of course I... How long has it been since we arrived? Wait. There's way too many of you. We might not have been here long, but we've been killing plenty of ink spirits every day. Who would have thought there'd still be this many left? There are so many of them here, yet there's no sign of fighting. Would they actually coexist peacefully? Don't see any of their young, though. Now that I think about it, I can't tell their genders either. They're all adults, too, no young or old. No matter how you look at it, it's no ordinary monster cluster. Where'd that familiar looking look? Let's try that again. Wait, where'd the familiar looking one go? That one spotted me. I've got to think of a way to stop it from calling over more. I can't take them all on my own. Oh no, it's about to call out. Here, have some fruit. What's that? You want more? As long as you don't start shouting. Here, I was saving them as a snack, but look, just eat quietly and come over when you're done. Then we can go around the back of this wall and... You're awfully well behaved. What's going on here? Sneakily climbs behind the wall, ready to pounce at apricots on the ground. Apricot pounced. Proceeds to gobble up apricots. Just attacked the village, but now it's docile over a few pieces of fruit. Bites onto Laios' pocket. What are you up to now? You attack the village, yet you don't seem any happier than when you win, and you flee when you lose. Now you're just snacking on apricots. You do fight over food, but it makes no sense to attack the village for it. There are way more fruits in the mountains. Why attack so often just for a few fruits? The villagers haven't stolen your young or encroached on your territory, so where's all this hostility coming from? Wait, isn't that the one with the mole from earlier? Take this. Laios sends an apricot flying at the familiar-looking ink spirit, striking it right on the head with a pok. It staggers from the blow, but quickly recovers and raises its stubby arms to cover its head. But that's when the sweet scent of the apricot hits it. Wait, are you here to eat apricots too? Here, catch. Munch, munch. Let me have a closer look. Same mole, slightly bigger head than the rest, a slender yet forked tail. You really are the same ink spirit as last time. I thought you were rather odd, but with your belly so full you could barely walk. Hardly a ferocious marauder. You really come back to life? You go through the cycle of life and death over and over? If so, that's pretty similar to our life in the dungeon. I still don't get it, though. If that's the case, then why attack the village in the first place? Is it just to eat apricots? Alright, this is the last of them. Yes, I like the focus on Laios's, knowledge of monsters and interest in them. It'd be very easy to think through. Non-leader enemies with passing by this enemy gain bonus attack speed, movement speed, and take less physical and arch damage. Really like shiny berries. Yeah, I was going to say, it's very easy in this kind of story to just sort of think of Laios as kind of a comedic relief character, comic relief character, and just focus on how he's kind of a weirdo, basically. But, he is a competent adventurer. Okay, so they seem to be docile at this point. So,
Everyone, focus on fighting. Just leave treatment to me.
Oh, interesting. They're more than docile. Yes, when added to the pot, after serving, all allied operators gain plus 100 attack speed for 30 seconds, then minus 50 attack speed for 30 seconds. Start repeating this pattern. When used on operator, performs the same above effect on that operator. Okay. So they buff enemies, but once they are in play, they buff enemies, but once they're in play, once they've had berries of their own, they're kind of a non-issue. Interesting.
I've got a way to treat you here.
Alright, I don't know if I want to use Chilchuck's skill right away. We do want DP, but we're not in danger in any capacity. If we attack like so, everyone's going to get stunned here. Which I don't necessarily want. I'm okay with Marcial getting stunned in this circumstance. I would have preferred it if Honeyberry didn't get stunned, but we'll take what we can get. Anyway, we want these slugs defeated sooner rather than later, I think.
I've got a way to treat you here.
I guess we could start cooking. Oh, okay, so it activates immediately. Interesting. Alright, I think we should take a nap sooner rather than later. Let's get some more juice on. And Marcial. Oh, I didn't switch her over to her other skill. So yes, we need more food. Ideally before we start to lose... Yeah, ideally before we start to lose... actually... Well, no. Unfortunate. So, our defense is crumbling a little bit. Okay. So, the ink brews are fairly tough, honestly. We're not doing terrible here, but we're not doing great either, and we have just lost. Okay. So yeah, so the early ones we can let go. I don't think we need to worry about those, but we do want to get the other ones out sooner rather than later. So, and we need to be mindful about how we deploy, because we want to be able to hit these slugs without them stunning the person who's hitting them, because otherwise we're not going to get the food that we need.
いつでも目を光らせてますので安心してください。
So yes. So, chill chuck. Berries. Oh, can you just set them on the ground? Oh, okay.
何かの間違いだよな、ドクター。
Alright, alright. So, given what we've seen, it probably would have been better to have chill chuck on his other skill. So yeah, so once they've had sweet berries, they become our friends, which makes sense given the cutscene we just watched. So this will stun Cruz, because she's going to attack the one that is right next to her. And that one is going to be... Can we just set this... Yeah, we can just set this on the ground. I don't think it's going to help, per se, if we do that, but we can do that. Anyway, so, now that Cruz is back up, she can start shooting some of these more distant ones. Would Kebab... No, Kebab would not be able to reach. So, if we want... Okay, we need to change things up a little bit here.
Arrived at designated position. Treatment target site.
Okay, we can get some value out of chill chuck like so.
No matter what trouble,
Quite a bit of value out of chill
I'll
chuck,
face it
actually.
together with all of you.
Okay, okay. So, the question is how we want to deal with the rest of these. Kebab will get stunned by one of them, but she can take out the other one. I don't know that Kebab is necessarily going to be the most cost-effective way to do this, but
Face it together
she
with
is a way to do this. Yes. So, once we get through these, I think we should honestly have... Oh! Kebab didn't quite have the DPS to deal with that one.
no
Interesting.
matter what trouble we're in. I'll face
So,
it together
that-
with all of you.
Makes this a little bit unfortunate, actually. Unless... Laios might have the power behind him to... No. Okay, never mind. Alright, alright. So, we can take a nap. We can give him some juice or a berry.
No
And now
matter
he's
what
ready
trouble
to
we're in,
head
I'll
off.
face it together with all of you.
So, I think we're going to repeat the cruise strategy.
I won't sleep. Get a hold of your breathing.
Ah, okay. Very good.
Relax.
So, we're going to start seeing some danger here. Shortly. But, danger is our middle name.
偵察してきた。俺のせいにすんじゃねえぞ。
And more juice, I think, is the order of the day. We just had someone leak through. I didn't see where or who. Do we...
鍵でも開けてほしいのか。
Oh dear. Oh dear.
悪気ない。
Okay.
Everyone, hang in there.
So, not the best, but not terrible either.
もう立ち上がれると思うな。
So yeah, so... We don't have... Yeah, things aren't going terribly or anything. Oh, well, I say that.
Don't get discouraged. We still have a chance.
Yes, I definitely think that we can get through two levels in one stream today. I'm very confident of that. Oh, I forgot to read the text. If the painting offers no wine, still those who behold it indulge to excess. Or the painting offers no wine, still those who behold it indulge to excess. So, given what we've seen, probably what we would want to do. The cruise strategy worked. So we might want to have another sniper versus, say, Earth Spirit. So, with that said, who would be good? I think Jessica is also good for just basic DPS.
Just give your orders and I'll carry them out.
Yes, Jessica, Cruz. Anakiel might be better just because he's higher level. Anakiel versus... Oh no, the attack is about the same. And Jessica has Power Strike, so she's going to be attacking... Yeah, her DPS is definitely going to be better. So yeah. He does have greater attack speed, which could be good, but I think Jessica should be fine how she is. Other ranged units could also be good. In fact, rather than Siderica, I think we might swap in Frostleaf, because she has a good amount of range on her. And Frost Tomahawk will give her good DPS, which will allow her to take out these slugs. Yeah, I think if we had deployed Laios a little bit earlier after that one got stunned, or after that one used its stun, we could have taken it out with Laios, but oh well. Other than that, again, I think given the particular of the mission, Chilchuck's first skill would be more valuable. I think, honestly, we probably want to switch in Cantabile. I don't know that Cantabile is going to be... Yeah, as she is, I don't know if Cantabile is going to be strong enough to deal with these slugs, so we might want to make her just a touch stronger. Let's go with 35.
I'm a fast learner. Don't worry.
Yes, Cantabile will give us DP, but she'll also get rid of slugs from a distance. And she's fast redeploy, which is the main thing that I was hoping for.
I trust your judgment. You
All
won't lead
right.
me astray.
I will not Cantabile. So yeah, again, going for revisions to the strategy earlier, I think is going to be beneficial to us versus just trying to do the same thing too much. But yes, we could get more DP immediately with Cantabile, but I do want Chilchuck out sooner rather than later. Yes, we could have put Chilchuck, because we don't necessarily want Chilchuck on this specific tile.
I know what it is I want.
So yeah, so I don't know that she's going to give us a tremendous amount of value, but I'm certain she'll pay for herself at the very least.
Sleep on the job.
Yes. So,
I'm listening.
honestly, with what we've seen here, the cruise strat is probably not the best. But yeah, I think we want Laios covering one side. Possibly, again, Matoi, or not, yeah, Utage, rather, covering the other. Okay, so Cantabile should be up again soon. We've got fruit to add to the pot, and we've got... What did I just do? Heal, please. Oh dear. Okay. Yes.
No matter
I
which
thought I saw
I'll face it
something
together with
go
all of
awry
you.
there, which is why I was so confused, but no, we're fine.
後ほどここで食事を作ろう。
Yeah. I think I just got thrown off by the,
もうすぐ完成じゃ。
yeah, whatever the animation of the food entering the pot was. Anyway, so Cantabile's back up, so she can start
This is the position,
killing.
right?
しばし待て。もうすぐ完成じゃ。
Alright, alright. So, with what we've got, we're very close to being able to cook already, and we've got a lot of healing, so we don't necessarily need to worry too much about anything.
何かの間違いだよな、ドクター。
Okay, I think we've got a pretty solid setup here.
早く援護してくれ。
Yes, Marseille. And is this slug? No. Yeah, Chilchuck is not able to deal with a slug on his own. Unfortunate.
大丈夫。私に任せて。魔力切れを起こす
Alright, I
はず
think
な
we
い
want
か
to
ら
cook sooner rather than later, honestly. Probably should have put juice in the pot. But, oh well. We don't have enough blocking with just what we've got here. But now we're cooking, okay. Alright, so we want these things dealt with sooner rather than later. Our group can only get so stunned, so this is fine. don't know that we really want Kebab here specifically, but unfortunately Frostleaf did get stunned there, which I definitely didn't want.
I know what it is I want.
I know what it is I want too, and it's for Frostleaf not to be stunned. Yes, we can't get 2 down, but we can get 1 down. And we can get some berries, which means that we can get some juice. Alright, Cantabile can back up. Chillchuck can leave.
食材を数回に分けて投入し
But yes, I think we're going to want to get... Oh! I didn't realize that they could attack ranged units. Okay. Oh dear. Wait, oh no, okay. Yeah, the one that got past us was one of the...
しばし待て
Yeah, one of the ones that had already had its juice, so... We could use more attack speed, so let's keep that up. It's not moving any further. Okay, it is attacking Utage, so that's what I wanted. Brews will attack the
塩加減を見てみよ
brew. And Utage will also get eaten, which is unfortunate, but such is the way of things. So, Chillchuck. There's not really a good place to put him, I don't think. And we're not getting... Utage is not going to last very long here. She can take a nap. But... berry.
しばし待てもうすぐ
Okay.
完成じゃ
So, this will give us some more juice. Hold on. Oh, hold on. Alright, this isn't necessarily a good idea, but...
何を
Okay, no, that did give it more duration, I think. Uh-oh. So yeah. So...
食材を数回に分けて投入し
Here. So, more juice. We don't have the healing support now, which is a problem. Got another berry down. Okay. So yeah, so we definitely want berries. Like, that is a huge, huge deal. This was a bad idea. Yeah, Marcial's not going to survive that.
Extend my edge.
Okay. So, we want berries. We want to make sure we have as many berries as we can get, because we need those berries to distract the
Requesting Merriment.
brews.
I dragged everyone down. It's all my fault. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah, if we can eliminate the brews as a threat, then that makes things a lot better for us. Yes. Because yeah, this will... Because they do buff their allies. Ink brews, Furies. Sit. So yeah, so the ink brew, we want to give as many berries to as many ink brews as we can. To do that, we're going to need to take out the berry slugs. To do that, we're going to need to deploy our units in such a way that we are able to eliminate them quickly. Yes. So, with that in mind, Chillchuck is definitely not the guy to do that. Cantabile has enough power to take one out, and then some. Once we've cleared out some space, we can start deploying ranged units. I had a slight issue with, of course, with our ranged units getting eaten, but if we're taking out the berry slugs fast enough, that shouldn't be a huge deal. We want more medics on the field. I think that Utage, she can get healed by the pot, and she can get healed by her own attacks, but I feel like we were having a big issue there when that ink brew came in. It was just too strong for her to deal with, and I think that the Furies might be too. Yeah, the Furies are pretty strong. They're pretty resistant. yeah, we definitely just need to get them dealt with sooner rather than later. Yeah. Chilchuck, again, doesn't have the power to deal with a... doesn't have the power to deal with a berry slug right away. Which feels a little bit sad, honestly, but, you know, it is what it is. He's not much of a fighter. Other than that, though, no one else can, you know, no one else is immune to being stunned or anything of the sort. So, Cantabile is probably our best choice for this. We have executors, you know, who can be rapidly redeployed, but they can't be rapidly redeployed so fast they can, you know, trigger the berry slugs and then leave and then come back before the berry slugs leave. So yeah, so again, snipers I think are the order of the day. We'll see how the rest of this shakes out. I don't think we need to make any huge changes at the very least. Or rather, I don't know what changes I would want to make. I feel like really cold axe could be good. But actually, no. The Fury has quite a bit of defense. So yeah, other than that, just keeping a medic up would be good. And again, that comes down to making sure that the ink brews aren't active again. Which comes down to making sure that the berry slugs are active or dealt with.
Tactical support system online.
So, given her exceptional proficiency, we might really want to just use Cantabile for this purpose. She can get her DP cost and then some, as we established.
I'm listening.
So if we deploy Chilchuck in just the right way and get just the right buff on him, we could potentially get value or not. Okay. Actually, part of it's probably just the fact that he's lockpicking, because that's going to prevent him from attacking all the time. Okay. That being said, I'm going to restart this, because I think we could have been more tactical with our choices. Because I want to... Yeah, that sounds like a Martial voice line to me. But yes, anyway. So I just kind of put Cantabile wherever without really thinking about it. Oh, right. I was going to switch over... Nope, I'm not going to exit the game.
Things
Yes.
are different. I don't want to hide myself any longer.
Yes. So,
A fatal error occurred during the
I'm
operation.
going to try that again,
Reboot the
because I want
system to
Chilchuck switched over to his other skill, because that might give him the time he needs to actually kill these things, which would be good. So yes, Chilchuck, improvisation. Senshi is fine as he is. Martial, I kind of want to try Summon Familiar just to see what it's like. Laios is fine as is. I'm not sure whether I want to use really cold axe or really hot knives. Really hot knives is good for getting us out of a bad situation, I think. Cantabile, again, is good as we've established. Everyone else should be fine. But yeah, so anyway. So I want to deploy our first Cantabile in such a way that we clear out a space that we can deploy crews. Because, you know, I took down the slug in the bottom right there.
We should be
But
departing any moment
by
now.
taking out that slug, you know, we don't free up a space that we can deploy crews, because anywhere we deploy her in this area or this area, she's going to get stunned. And if she gets stunned, she can't take out more slugs, and if she can't take out more slugs, then we can't get the juice. So, instead, we probably want to take out this one up here.
Online.
I obey my own heart.
But yes, in doing so, we can then deploy crews like such. Not as much range as I really would ideally like. We could maybe see about deploying... We could maybe see about deploying with, oh, what's her name? Oh dear, I've forgotten.
I went
You know, the person. Yes. Tadafons. Who has an English voice now, by the way. Got a Welsh accent. Very nice. So yeah, I don't know if there's one place is any better than the other for Laios, but definitely want to get Cruz out of here sooner rather than later. I think we'll just deploy Laios here because he's NB here. Actually, I was wanting to put Laios there, or not Laios, Chilchuck. Speaking of Chilchuck, let's deploy Chilchuck. So yeah, so now with what we've got, we should be able to take him, or take this slug out, I think. Ah, no. Oh, Chilchuck is still too weak. Oh, that's unfortunate. Oh, Jessica's too weak even. Okay. Okay, so these slugs are not easy prey, indeed.
I'll find the right place for myself, too.
Interesting. Frostleaf, where could we deploy? Yeah, we could deploy Frostleaf in a way that does something. Do we... Well, if we want Marseille, no, we want... That area is not clear, so we don't want Marseille there. How do we want to deal with for Jessica, though?
What is it?
Alright, I think that... How's Frostleaf going to prioritize her targets, though, is the question. Does the Bitey... Oh. What on earth?
Extend my edge.
Well, okay, so she deals with one, she gets stunned by another, which is not ideal. It's what I expected, I suppose, but again, not ideal. So yes. So we definitely want to start cooking sooner rather than later. We'll get some juice, or get some juice out of you. I don't know that Chilchuck is going to be really valuable here. We've not gotten a lot of use out of Chilchuck throughout this mission entirely.
I obey my own heart.
But Cantabile is quite capable. If we're smart about this, and we deploy in just the right way, I think we can get, well, probably not both slugs, but we can get one. Oh, actually, right. Because Cruz would, yeah, she would attack the one that's furthest away, because that's how targeting priority works. Or not the one that's furthest away, but the one that's closest to the deployment area, or to the target, like where the closest to where the enemies go when they want to go. Okay. Man. Alright, don't... you can eat Cantabile, actually, that wouldn't be too bad. So yes. So, I don't think Jessica has the power to deal with these slugs. We've established that Frostleaf does, but I don't think this is a very... Oh, wait, with the attack speed. Yeah, Jessica would have the power. Yeah. Okay. So she's going to get stunned, which is less than ideal, especially because it's also going to stun Marseille. But we don't need anything too... Yeah, we're doing okay. Yes. So, the strategy is not working out super well, and I think now that we've gotten more advanced in our strategy, I do think that we would want to switch back to what we were doing before with Chilchuck.
I'm listening.
Alright, swap you out. Where do we want to put Cruz? This way she can hit more than one. If she hits the one right in front of her, it's bad, but otherwise it's fine. Furies are on the field. Yeah, I guess if she hits the one right in front of her, it's not the worst thing in the world. It's just not ideal. And it looks like she's not going to do that. So yeah, so it looks like... Yeah, she just sort of has her familiar out. Okay. So... Well... Yeah, if I had let that... If I had timed that right, we could have had it be stunned, but... Or not stunned, but, you know... Could have had it within Chill Chuck's attack range while Chill Chuck was attacking, but oh well. Do we want more healing? Probably, honestly. Okay, well, a bit late now, but... Senshi is... Oh dear. Oh, we're out of juice. Alright, that's no good. We need to cook. Oh no. Oh no. Okay. How do we... Okay. Cook. Okay, well, we're cooking.
You'll pay for that.
Alright, we won. Not a good win, but we won. Alright, I'm actually going to step away real quick and be right back. I have returned. So, I followed Fallen into the cave, which is where I found out her secret way of nurturing spirits. I also explained what ecology was while we were there. It was the first time I realized how limited my experiences had been. That's the day she and I became best friends. What more can one ask for in this life but a companion dear? From the way you talk about her, this Fallen must be very important to you. You're right, she's the closest friend I have. Shouldn't you be looking for her then? I remember you telling me that she was eaten by a red dragon, but you have some means of reviving her? Red dragon. Red. We will save her, and once we do, I'll bring her back to Poshan to meet you. Very well. There goes the bell again. It's rather frequent for one day. Better not be Laios' fault. I'll go have a look. This is about all I can do. It seems it's up to you to save your companions, Laios. Yes, we'll get more into the mysteries of Poshan later on. What's the matter, Marcial? It's strange. The bell went off, but the ink spirits didn't attack. Laios hasn't returned either. Huh? If you like apricots, then go get them. Up! He throws a handful of apricots he picked into the distance, and a pack of bestial ink spirits, large and small, chase after them. Laios rejoices in watching them squabble over the fruit. They remind him of the dogs he used to keep at home. Right, they're just like Nusa, Anoturid, Boff, Uchi, Dustrag, and Muimui. No need to rush, plenty more to go around. For the ink spirits that resemble sloths, Laios feels no need to make them fight over the fruits. He's become rather familiar with the habits of this species of ink spirits, setting aside a pile of apricots just for them to eat as they please. Once they eat their fill, they lie down and the color of their backs begins to change. As he watches them try to stuff their mouths despite their protruding, plump bellies, he wonders how anyone couldn't be fond of these little fellows. No need to worry. Did you think I forgot about you guys? The tortoise-like ink spirits might be the species that Laios is most interested in. At first, he thought they were giant rocks, at least until his butt made contact with its shell. Their temperament is exactly the same as a tortoise. The most interesting thing about them is that once their appetites are sated, spring water begins to flow from the false mountains on their backs. Thunder rumbles in the distance. Upon hearing it, the ink spirits begin to stand one by one, though they discover that they cannot for one simple reason. They've stuffed themselves silly. Aye, looks like it's going to be a good harvest this year. It's all thanks to you, Senshi. If you weren't here, my harvest would only be about half as much. All I'm doing is putting my knowledge to good use. Senshi, give me a hand. What's wrong, Marcial? It's been days since Laios went off to look for ink spirits outside the village, and he hasn't returned. Laios? Well, the lad's fond of research. Let him be. The ink spirits haven't been attacking the village lately either. Surely something's happened to him. Oh, well, we were planning on staying here. We were planning on staying here for long anyhow. No harm in waiting a bit longer. No, we can't stay here long. We need to go beat the Red Dragon and save Fallen. Have you forgotten all that? Huh? Now that you mention it, Marcial, how long have we been in this village? Hungry again. My oh my, you're greedy little fellows, aren't you? No need to worry, plenty for everyone today too. Though we're going to do something a bit different this time around. See the peak of that hill over there? I put lots of your favorite fruit there. If you want to eat, you'll have to fight for it. It's one of the laws of nature. Now that peaked pretty hard, it looks like. Apologies. Well, if everyone understands the rules, I'll start counting. 3, 2, 1, go! Get running! The ink spirits start charging towards the hilltop on his command. All save for the tortoise-shaped ones, that is. Oh, you'd like me to sit? You really want me to ride you? You're a smart one. You figured out that instead of fighting the others, you can just butter me up. Alright. Here, have a bite. Amidst the mounts, days pass like the wind. By now, Laios has figured out that it's thunder that triggers the ink spirits to attack the village. But external stimulus like that won't change their inherent habits. Laios knows this too well. So why not lure them as far away from the village as possible with fruits? That way, if they attack again, they'll have to run all the way from the top of the hill rather than halfway down. This is some really good stuff. What do you say? Enough? No way. Another cup then. Chilchuck. Huh? What are you doing here, Marcial? Stop drinking already. Laios has been gone for who knows how long. The ink spirits haven't been attacking lately either. He must have done something. Let him do his thing. I'm drinking here. Figures he'd be like us from just a bit earlier. Right, he's practically a villager at this point. Chilchuck, do you remember how long it's been since we arrived here? Do you remember how we need to rescue Fallen? Do you remember that your least favorite monster is the Mimic? My head. Is your memory coming back? Chilchuck, are you alright? Laios. Wonderful. Ooh. Secluded in the mounts, Laios loses track of time. He no longer cares if the thunder booms or not. He's now good friends with the ink spirits. They eat together and live together. Every day they pluck fresh fruits and frolic about in the hillside forest. He even understands their speech. You sure the lad's around here? No, but the ink spirits all came from this direction. He's been researching them this whole time. I figured he'd be here. You said that ever since he came out of here, the ink spirits haven't been attacking the village as much. Maybe he did something to stop them? But I've got a sneaking suspicion he's run off to play with them who knows where. You might be right. We better find him quick. Yeah. The longer Laios lives with him, the more he has come to understand these ink monsters. Should head back and tell everyone about this. They'll be amazed, after all. Laios, we're here to help. You. Huh? The three rescuers see a most bizarre scene. Laios, the one they've been worried about and eagerly searching for, is crawling around on all fours like a wild animal, talking to the ink spirits in an incomprehensible language. It was at that moment when they felt something shatter in their hearts. What? Oh, sorry, I've been using their language for so long I nearly forgot how to speak to humans. Sorry to have bothered you, we'll be on our way. Hey, don't go, I've got some real important discoveries to tell you. Oh no, no need, we'll find our own way out and let you live out your dream here. I was gonna say I learned something about how to leave. You learned what now? Just watch. Hey guys, it's lunchtime! Did you tame them with all this fruit? Ah. They're changing color. That's one of its traits. Bitey changes color when it's full. It's called Bitey. The one that looks like a small dog is angry, and the tortoise-shaped one is lazy. Did you name them? No, they told me. This one's eaten so much it puked, and the vomit's so colorful it's kind of sickening. Wait, that smell, is that alcohol? What are you doing, Senshi? That's ink spirit puke! Smells like fruit wine. A good ferment if my nose is right. Tastes pretty good too. Don't just eat random things. Listen, if you're not ready for that, then you're not ready for the plot of your own series. Calm down, Marcia, listen. Listen for what? The sound of what's sloshing around in their bellies. This one has wine inside, while this one has jam. And... keep looking. Aye, this one's got gushing springs on its back after eating all that fruit. This, oh my, how refreshing. It's fruit juice. What does any of this have to do with getting out of here? Wait a moment and you'll see. Senshi, do you have any containers we can keep the jam and drinks in? I do. I've been drinking with the villagers a whole lot recently, so I've got a few cups and bottles on me. Don't tell me you're thinking of... Don't tell me you want to... Nicely done, though this jam will need some sugar if you want it to be palatable. As for the juice, it's refreshing, sure, but a bit bland. But if we blend the juices that go well together, add in some sugar, stir it until it's mixed evenly, pour into a glass, add fruit slices for decoration, and it's done! My improved ink spirit wine, jam, and juice. Give it a try. Ah, another delightful recipe. Incredible, I love it. The best. Oh, this fruit wine does really have new flavors to it. A bit too much sugar for one day, though. We should get some exercise to work it off. I really don't want to speak with people who are willing to eat vomit. Honey is bee vomit, Marcial. Vegetables I grow in the golems are also fertilized with excrement from people in the dungeon. Stop! I don't want to hear it! What's up, Laios? You haven't said a word since earlier. I'll tell you all my plans now. When I was chasing that ink spirit with the mole, I was surprised to discover that they'd happily slack off from attacking the village. It meant they got to eat fruit instead. Which means... monsters do attack humans, and sometimes that is due to their aggressive nature. But most of the time, there's a specific reason, like their habitat getting encroached upon or something that happened that enraged them. There's no reason why they attack the village. At first I thought it was out of hunger, but these guys are far too docile and meek when they eat to back it up. Burp. Yeah, that one's even dripping with spit. And then there's the villagers. It's incredibly strange how they have absolutely no understanding of ink spirit behavior. You've only just arrived and I've already found out you can tame them with fruit, but the villagers have clashed with them countless times. You should have learned a thing or two about handling them, even if they didn't want to. But they haven't. It's like they have no need for it. Maybe they tried before but didn't learn the proper way? That'd be even stranger. If they tried and failed, wouldn't it make more sense to just leave this dangerous place? Obviously they chose to stay, so they wouldn't want to keep trying to want to keep trying to fend them off? They won't leave and they won't find a way to fend them off. So how are they still living here? And haven't you guys ever wondered why we couldn't find an ink spirit nest? What's more, they can come back to life endlessly. It's as if this whole place is fake. Oh, what an interesting theory. Dawn? When did you... Please, do go on. Where we come from, legend speaks of a lunatic magician who used his tremendous magical power to create a dungeon. All sorts of monsters live within it. But their existence isn't isolated but interconnected. They prey on, exploit, and sometimes form symbiosis with one another. They're all part of one ecosystem. No matter what kind of man this lunatic magician is, I can tell just how amazing of a feat that was. As for this place, someone who could create such a vivid, lifelike world must be amazing as well. But I wonder, why didn't this person design a more complete ecosystem when creating the ink spirits? Where do they build their nests? How do they reproduce? How do different variations communicate with one another? And what's their relationship to the people who live here? I'm so curious about all this, but I don't see how all the pieces fit together. Why did that person make things this way? And there's one more thing I noticed. They hid away a basket of hawthorn berries, but never once ate from it. Hawthorn? Hawthorn, is it? Never noticed. Sorry, what was that? Nothing, just thinking aloud is all. But I see now. The connection between all things which you deem important serves as a mutual affirmation of one another. I am your mirror and you are mine. This is the truth as you understand it. Marcial, how come I don't understand a word of what these two are saying? I'd love to agree with you, but I think I can understand them a little bit. Interesting, very interesting. You are right. All things adhere to logic, as with the other myriad forms of life within a painting. So too must ink spirits have a place to come from and a place to go. I suppose rootless weeds such as them would be flaws in reality. There have been a few who were able to discern that they were no more than a painting, but it's been quite a while in no more. Let's take that again, because again, this is a very important line here. There have been a few who were able to discern that they were in no more than a painting, but it's been quite a while since someone explained their reasoning with such conviction. Perhaps this can be seen as another way of saying the mountains are but mountains and the water is yet water? After saying that, for some unknown reason, she turns and looks up at the sky. He has seen the truth beyond the veil of wonder, no? Huh? What's happened to this painting? Painted a perfectly good landscape on this. Why is it all like this now? The ugly ink blots, the water stain, and the blotches of red and purple. Did someone sneak into my room? Could it have been? No, this time it isn't the work of my lovely sister. How interesting. Perhaps there's an unruly spirit roaming the wilds with a penchant for artistry. Whoa, where did that huge thunder come from all of a sudden? Oh dear, seems you've made her truly angry. What? Who? Who's angry? And no wonder, what with all the ink spirits you lured over, and how you got them so drunk they can barely even stand. This is the first time I've seen them like this. What are you talking about? Look, up there, someone's falling out of the sky? More like flying, and she looks upset. Maybe she's the magician who created this place? Oh, Laios must have made her mad with this blubbering. What? I didn't say anything wrong. No need to panic. She's not here to harm you. Just consider it a unique way to send you on your way. The ink spirits are simply her distracting thoughts, and as such, I hope you understand why she didn't feel the need to organize them properly. Hey, be gentle with them. They've just eaten. You can't lift them upside down like that. Quick, take this bottle and fill it up with that jam. Don't let it go to waste. Get out. Now. What? How are you drawing with that Ow, my butt. How did we... Are you guys alright? I'm here, still alive. I'm alright too. I can smell the sea. Are we close to the coast? I don't know, but at the very least we've gotten out of that place. Probably. No, wait, I didn't even have time to say goodbye to them. I guess things really did work out thanks to Laios' love of monsters. Oh, wait, Marcille, your mouth. Why is it all black? Couldn't stop yourself from trying some earlier, could you? What? Wait, it's the thing with you guys. What's this taste? What did we just eat? Ink, of course. Just looks like this painting's got to go. Looks like this painting's got to go. I thought they were an amusing bunch. Not going to try some? There's some hawthorn berries here, too. Not even a bite? Absolutely not.
Are you hurt? Should I wrap your own teeth?
Yes, we are perfectly fine. Alright. So yes. So, I think with that, we're in a pretty good place to stop for today. Yes, we made good progress. I particularly like this little bit. I couldn't talk too much about it because of spoiler reasons. I guess I could have if I wanted to. We've gotten some pretty significant spoilers for an event from this, but oh well. Oh, interesting. Oh, this is really interesting. Oh my. But yeah, they're in for quite the experience if they're eating where I think we're going to be eating next. But we've had enough meals for today, our main course and our dessert. So I think it's about time that we wrapped up. So yes, stretching a little bit there. So yes, so, Arknights, it has been fun. Yes, glad we got the ball rolling a little bit more smoothly now. So yes, I'm definitely very interested to see where we're going next. Yeah, I think this is definitely the sort of event that you'd be would hit best if you were already pretty familiar with a lot of different concepts and ideas from Arknights. Yes, a lot of different storylines too. Yes, so I hope for those of you who aren't as well versed that you have been enjoying the journey as much as I have, for no other reason than perhaps the. All right, well. Yes, I've just run into a small issue, but I'll have to deal with that on my own time. So yes, I hope you've been enjoying this as much as I have, if for no other reason than the antics of our little band of adventurers here. So yes, so, let's see. Yes, if anyone has any raid suggestions, as always, I would be delighted to hear them. If not, I can find a target on my own. And in the meantime, we'll go over the business. So, no more streams this week. Next week, we should be streaming... Yeah, the Wednesday stream, or rather, the Monday stream might get rescheduled to Wednesday, and that might be the norm going forward, because again, my Monday schedule might be changing. I could still stream on that day, but I would be streaming later, and I'd be streaming pretty substantially later. It wouldn't be a day when... Basically, I would be busy up until about 9. Most Mondays going forward if this goes through. So because of that, when I work, I work until 7. So, the days when I start at 9:30, I have a pretty good amount of time between when I get off work and when I can get started streaming. And, I use that time to, have my dinner, walk my dog, things like that, get ready for the stream, wrap up anything else that I need to from the day, that sort of stuff. And so yeah, and just sort of, again, get ready for the stream. And from having streamed a lot recently, I've definitely gotten better at that, so I can start... It's been more realistic to start earlier, basically, on those days. So, I think I could start streaming earlier on them. But, yeah, with Monday, no matter how I slice it, I would not be starting very early at all. Yeah, I would not be starting very early at all. So yes, so, yeah, I could not start any earlier than I would be, so, I don't know, again, having a short stream each week isn't that bad. It's perfectly fine. Again, not ideal, but it's perfectly fine. We can just live with it. But yeah, I think, at least in this instance, though, we would want more streams than not. So honestly, we might stream Monday and Wednesday. But yeah, anyway, so, Monday stream, 9:30 p.m. Central Time, non-negotiable. Yeah, I could start a little bit earlier than that if I really hurry after my business, but yeah, not a whole lot can be done to change that if I am indeed busy on Monday evening. But yes, Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Central Time, as with Wednesday, if that goes through, and Saturday. Thursday, Friday would be around 9:30 p.m. Central Time, but again, it's definitely been more realistic lately that I could make things happen earlier. So, one way or the other, Arknights until the event is clear. Once again, we have 2 more missions to go through, and we're at we're making pretty good pace. I'm definitely not opposed to leveling up our units quite a bit more, because I want to see as much value out of the delicious and dungeon characters as I can get, honestly. So yeah, so I'm not worried about us getting through this event. So yes, let's see. Then, so yes, the Thursday stream will be the only definite break in the schedule where we will be playing Atelier Yumia. But yes, other than that though, we'll be playing as much Arknights as is necessary to get through this event. Which again, might not be that much at all, honestly. But yes, so, let's see. Otherwise, I think we're pretty good here. So, not seeing any raid suggestions. Tonight, who shall we see? Let me refresh my Twitch homepage to make sure I've got an up-to-date roster here. Alright, so I think tonight we're going to go visit Asachibi VT. Yes, Sea Cat Healer VTuber, playing some Monster Hunter right now. I'm a little Pardon. Been a little while since we've seen Chibi. But yeah, I understand that she was on hiatus for a little while. She was involved with a streaming service, a different thing. I don't know quite the details of it. It's something by the name of Irium. I don't know if it's a streaming service or like some sort of... It's something for streamers. It's something for streamers. And I know that she was sort of involved. She's one of the first batch of streamers associated with it. I don't know, whatever it is, I don't think it has anything to do with the stream she's doing right now. I just sort of brought that up because that's what I remember of having happened recently. So yes, so Asa Chibi VT / raid. Yes. The customary raid message is, as always, we have arrived. Did I mention what she's playing? It's Monster Hunter Wilds. Anyway. So, thank you all for being here tonight. I hope that you have had a fine night. I hope that you'll continue to have a fine night every night. And I hope that you'll be well until the next time I see you. Thank you all very much, and farewell. Let us get this raid underway.